They say aging is a lonely road. But what if I told you that solitude could be one of the greatest joys of your life? Society teaches us that the older we get, the more we need people around us. Family, friends, gatherings, constantly filling the silence. But here's the truth. Joy isn't found in how many people are around you. It's found in the peace you create within yourself. Think about it. How many people do you know who are surrounded by others yet feel utterly alone? Loneliness isn't about the absence of people. It's about the absence of connection. And that connection starts with yourself. The greatest relationship you will ever have is the one you cultivate with your own soul. When you embrace solitude, you unlock the power to live on your own terms, to do what makes your heart sing, and to experience life at a pace that feels right for you. It's about waking up and choosing joy, not because of who is in your life, but because of who you have become. This phase of life isn't about counting the number of social events on your calendar. It's about counting the moments that bring you peace, fulfillment, and self-discovery. You don't need to fear being alone. Instead, you need to ask yourself, how can I make solitude my sanctuary? How can I turn this time into something meaningful? Because the secret to happiness in old age isn't found in others. It's found in embracing yourself completely. If you want to find true happiness in your later years, you have to master the art of letting go. Letting go of regrets, letting go of grudges, letting go of the things that no longer serve you. Think about it. How many people spend their final decades trapped in the past? They replay old mistakes, relive moments of hurt, and cling to relationships that have long since faded. But here's the truth. Happiness isn't found in the past. It's found in the freedom to live fully in the present. The weight of yesterday should not hold you back from the beauty of today. Forgive yourself for the things you didn't know back then. Let go of the pain that still lingers from old wounds. Accept that some people were meant to be part of your story for only a chapter, not your entire book. When you release what no longer serves you, you make space for something greater. Peace, clarity, and a heart that feels light again. Holding on to the past doesn't change it. It only steals your ability to enjoy the present. Ask yourself, what am I still carrying that I no longer need? Because the truth is, life is too short to be weighed down by things that no longer matter. Let go. We spend our younger years chasing more. More money, more possessions, more recognition. But as we grow older, we start to realize something powerful. Happiness isn't in having more. It's in needing less. Think about it. How many things do you own that you never use? How many commitments do you have that no longer bring you joy? The happiest people in old age are the ones who have learned to simplify, clear the clutter, both physically and emotionally, and focus only on what truly matters. There is freedom in simplicity. When you let go of excess, you create space for peace. When you stop chasing what doesn't fulfill you, you start embracing what doesn't fulfill you. You start about depriving yourself. It's about unburdening yourself. A small home filled with love is better than a mansion filled with stress. A few meaningful friendships are more valuable than 100 shallow connections. A quiet morning with a cup of tea and a heart at peace is worth more than a busy schedule trying to impress others. Ask yourself, what can I let go of today that will bring me more joy tomorrow? Because true happiness in old age isn't about what you have. It's about how light your soul feels when you finally learn to live with less. If there's one thing that keeps happiness alive in old age, it's vitality. Not just being alive, but feeling alive. Too many people stop taking care of themselves as they age, believing that slowing down is inevitable. But here's the truth. The way you treat your body determines the quality of your life. Movement isn't just for the young. It's the key to staying young. A simple walk every morning, stretching or dancing to your favorite song can make all the difference. It's not about pushing yourself to extremes. It's about staying active in a way that makes you feel good. And it's not just about movement. It's about nourishment. The food you eat isn't just about filling your stomach. It's about fueling your energy, your mind, and your mood. When you eat well, you feel well. Hydration, fresh foods, and mindful eating aren't trends. They are the foundation of a long and vibrant life. And let's not forget mental nourishment. Reading, learning new skills, or engaging in stimulating conversations keep your brain sharp. Every day, ask yourself, how am I taking care of my body and mind today? Because happiness in old age isn't just about memories. It's about the strength and energy to keep creating new ones. Your body is your home for life. Treat it with care, and it will take care of you. One of the biggest myths about aging is that happiness depends on others, on family visiting, on friends calling, on someone else filling the empty spaces in your life. But the happiest people in old age are the ones who have learned to become their own greatest source of joy. Think about it. When you rely on others for happiness, you give away your power. You place your emotional well-being in someone else's hands, hoping they will show up, hoping they will show up, hoping they will care, hoping they will make you feel important. But what happens when they don't? The truth is, you are not meant to wait for happiness. You are meant to create it. When you learn to enjoy your own company, every day becomes an opportunity. Not to wait for someone to entertain you, but to find joy in the small things. A quiet afternoon with a book, a walk in nature, a hobby that excites you. These are the things that make life rich. When you cultivate independence, you remove the fear of being alone. You become free. Ask yourself, what can I do today that brings me joy, just for me? Because happiness in old age isn't about who is around you. It's about how deeply you've learned to love your own presence. The strongest people are the ones who know how to stand alone and still feel whole. Aging isn't something to fear. It's something to embrace. But too many people focus on what they've lost instead of what they still have. They see wrinkles instead of wisdom, slowing steps instead of the journey they've walked, quiet nights instead of peaceful moments. But here's the truth. Happiness in old age isn't about what's missing. It's about what remains, what grows, and what still brings joy. Gratitude is the single most powerful shift you can make. When you wake up and choose to focus on what you do have instead of what you don't, everything changes. A body that still moves, a mind that still thinks, a heart that still loves. These are gifts, it's not limitations. Every day you're alive is another day to experience beauty, to share kindness, to find joy in something simple. Gratitude isn't about ignoring life's hardships. It's about choosing to see the blessings that exist alongside them. Ask yourself, what is something I can be grateful for today? Because when you make gratitude a habit, aging becomes a privilege, not a burden. And the happiest people in old age aren't the ones who have everything. They're the ones who appreciate everything they have. As we grow older, we realize that happiness isn't found in the number of people around us. It's found in the quality of the connections we keep. Too often, people focus on how many friends they have or how often their family visits. But real fulfillment comes from having meaningful relationships, not just social obligations. A deep conversation with a true friend is more valuable than a room full of acquaintances. A heartfelt moment with a loved one means more than 100 casual interactions. The happiest people in old age don't chase relationships that drain them. They nurture the ones that uplift them. They understand that it's not about who is in your life, but about how those people make you feel. Do they bring you peace? Do they bring you peace? Do they support your growth? Do they make you laugh? These are the connections worth holding on to. And sometimes the greatest relationships are the new ones you choose to build. It's never too late to find community, to connect, to share your wisdom and experiences with others who value them. Ask yourself, who in my life brings me joy, and how can I nurture that connection today? Because in the end, happiness isn't about having a crowd. It's about having people who truly see you, love you, and walk beside you through every season of life. One of the greatest secrets to happiness in old age is simple. Never stop learning. Too many people believe that once they reach a certain age, their time for growth is over. They settle into routines, stop seeking new knowledge, and assume that curiosity is something for the young. But here's the truth. Staying curious keeps you alive. When you continue learning, you keep your mind sharp, your spirit engaged, and your sense of purpose strong. It doesn't have to be complicated. Learning a new skill, reading a book, exploring a new place, or even just having a deep conversation about something unfamiliar. It all keeps your mind active and your life exciting. Growth doesn't stop when you retire. In fact, this is the perfect time to embrace new interests, explore hobbies you never had time for, and expand your understanding of the world. The happiest people in old age are the ones who wake up excited to learn something new, no matter how small. Ask yourself, what is one new thing I can explore today? Because when you remain a student of life, you stay forever young, mentally, emotionally, and in spirit. The world still has so much to offer you, and your story is far from over. One of the greatest sources of happiness in old age isn't found in what you receive. It's found in what you give. Think about it. The moments that bring the deepest joy often have nothing to do with material possessions or personal achievements. Instead, they come from making a difference, big or small, in someone else's life. Whether it's offering wisdom to a younger generation, volunteering for a cause, or simply lending a listening ear to someone in need. Giving is what keeps the heart full. It reminds you that your life still has immense value, that your experiences matter, and that you still have the power to impact the world around you. And here's the best part, giving doesn't deplete you. It multiplies joy. Giving doesn't die joy. When you help others, you gain a sense of purpose, a connection to something greater than yourself. The happiest people in old age are the ones who continue to contribute in ways that are meaningful to them. Ask yourself, how can I brighten someone's day today? Because happiness isn't just about what you take from life. It's about what you leave behind. And when you live with a giving heart, you ensure that your legacy is one of kindness, love, and lasting impact. If there's one thing that determines happiness in old age, it's purpose. It's the reason you get out of bed in the morning, the thing that makes your days feel meaningful. Without purpose, time feels empty. Days blend into one another, and life starts to feel like it's just passing by. But here's the truth. You are never too old to have a purpose. Purpose doesn't have to mean chasing big dreams or making a huge impact. It can be as simple as tending to a garden, writing your thoughts in a journal, mentoring someone who needs guidance, or finding ways to bring joy into each day. The happiest people in old age don't just exist. They engage. They find something that excites them, something that gives them a reason to keep growing, loving, and experiencing life to the fullest. Ask yourself, what makes me feel alive? What gives my days meaning? Because when you have something to look forward to, something that fills your soul, aging isn't something to fear. It's something to cherish. Happiness isn't found in the past or in waiting for the future. It's found in living fully, right here, right now.